You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Hit the Floor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Hit the Floor After Show.
Nice.
Oh, ooh, little slow
I like
intro.
that, right?
Here we go. Hey guys, what's up? It is Laila, and we are here with the Hit the Floor After Show. I'm Laila Sadny, as I just said, and actually sitting next to me is a lovely special guest that we have in studio, Mr. Jonathan McDaniel.
Oh, thank you. I thought you were talking about this lovely lady.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
No, we got two. And also Mrs. Francesca.
Hey guys, filling in for everyone.
Yes, we have a lot of our hosts are out and about doing a bunch of great things today and this weekend and this week. So, yeah, we have Francesca filling in and
Nice.
Jonathan. So we're super excited about that. Yes.
Word.
But yeah, this episode is sudden death. And boy, was it, there was a lot of sudden death.
Yeah.
A lot of really intense scenes.
Yeah. Which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yeah, we find out that the medical examiner disappeared. He up and took money, just left. So obviously the plot thickens with,
Dum, dum, dum.
you know, Oscar and what really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to kind of see how everything unfolds.
Yeah. It's coming down to that last episode.
I know.
I know.
This is what the fans watch for, season finales.
I know, and nobody knows.
I know, right?
I want to know what you guys think, though. Who do you guys think killed Olivia?
Honestly, it could be anyone. I really, truly believe that. I have my own personal thoughts or ideas of who I think it could be. I hate to say that because she's, so sweet and she's like a mother to me, but I think it's Sloane. That's just my opinion. Sorry, Mama Sloane.
Prediction.
I'm sorry, Mama Sloane.
You were saying that we're in the screening room, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? That actually could make sense.
I just, I'm always the type of person when I watch things that are very cliffhanger-ish or, just very dramatic as far as who could be the killer of something or who could be the person that's guilty of something. And I always look at the person that's least, on the radar, I should say.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons, just because I think television is very, very smart about keeping it not so obvious. And they always love to hit people with, just off the wall, just like, twists and turns. And I think either Sloane or I really haven't thought about anyone else, but it could be someone else that we least expect. It could be German.
It could be
we don't know.
You could be the killer.
I don't know. I'm the killer.
Oh, no. Look out. But, if it's least expected, I would think that would be like Asha.
Yeah.
To bring your girl into it.
Definitely, right? I know, right? That's crazy. I mean, no one knows, and that's I think VH1, James LaRosa, and everyone, the executives over there, really did a great job at putting the season together.
Yeah.
Making this plot such a huge plot, and a main plot for the season, but at the same time, also keeping us as actors out of the loop was really, really hard for them to do that, but. At the end of the day, I think it was great that they did that because it gives us something to play with, because it's like we honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Like we really don't. And the fact that it could be one of us, it's freaky, right?
Because
it's
like feeling. You're like, I don't know if it was me or if it's you or and like you said, like as an actor, that just kind of keeps you guys
right?
like involved in it as like along with the fans.
Definitely.
Do you always watch it when you watch it on Monday nights? It's always fresh to you, or you kind of know everything. Even though I know you guys only film particular scenes, you know, not everyone's always all together. So when you watch it, is it always new to you?
It definitely is always new to me, in a sense of I try to watch it with a with a new perspective, because obviously I know the script. I know everything that's going on, even though I'm not in those scenes, you know, obviously because I've read it and we've rehearsed it. But I like to just look at it because the visual is always different. Sometimes, like when we were watching it today, and I was watching, I think there was a scene we were watching with Oscar, and just watching that scene unfold, it was completely different of how I heard it in table read, you know, and it was just like reading it and hearing it. Obviously, you know the story, but there's nothing like, you know, when these actors really get on screen and they do their job and they bring those different looks and those different, you know, things that make you think, and it just brings so much life to the story. So, I love watching it, you know, with fresh eyes and just thinking, you know, as if I was a consumer and an audience member just watching the show, or a fan. I just really like to watch it like that, just because you never know what you see, you know, and even yourself too, you know. It's like this is our first time. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of shows do this, where you film a show or even a movie, and you don't get a chance a lot of time because of scheduling and the timing to really watch any playback of what you're doing. So there's a lot of trust that goes on with the writers, creators, and people behind the scenes, because you have to really trust them that they're going to use your performance, you know, the way that you see it. And as an actor, it's another challenging thing also, because you constantly have to give them different takes or different things that you would like to see the character do, or, you know, be shown as. And so you never know what's going to end up on the editing floor, or what's going to end up actually on the final cut. So it's really challenging, you know, to really film that way. But I think it's you know, it's a great job to be able to have people, you know, like James Arosa behind the show, who really you know, as a creator and a writer, director, producer, he really takes on the responsibility, you know, to not only pay attention to what the camera people are doing, but the actors, you know, the storyline, the writing. So, you know, kudos to him for really being able to protect this creation that he made, you know, and be able to have 2 successful, great seasons out of it. And now we got
3.
picked up for 3, right?
Congratulations.
So, yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it's truly a blessing. Honestly, I mean, you never know how any show is going to turn out when, you know, obviously you get picked for a show, or this is Hollywood, so we don't know.
No, exactly.
You know, but it's truly a blessing every season, you know, for us to get picked up. We're happy.
You guys have such a, you know, you have such a great team, and you guys are such a close, like, family unit. And I think that definitely has something to do with, like, success of shows. Like, you have awesome, James is amazing, you know, writer, creator, but then just you guys are all so close. And I mean, that show, that chemistry picks up, like,
Appreciate
when people
that.
watch that.
Yeah, I think it, you know, it shows that these, you know, actors that are in, you know, the newcomers like me and all the other people who are breakouts like Taylor Page, you know, in this show, you know, we really come to work grateful for what we're doing. You know, it's really a blessing for us to be able to have a job and to live our dreams every day. So I think that plays into our work ethic, because we understand how grateful and blessed we are, that it makes us want to work harder, and it makes us want to have that type of attitude where we come to work happy. There's no reason to come to work with an ego or, you know, cockiness, because it's like, for what? Everyone is here to do their job. Everyone is here to make the show a great success, and we're happy to be working, you know. So I really think that, and on top of that, you know, the leaders, Dean Cain, Don Starks, Kimberly Elise, these are legends that have been around for years, and they really set the tone on set. You know, when they come to set, they definitely come professional into work, but they like to have fun too, and that shows, you know, us how to be able to have fun while we're working, but at the same time still stay professional, still knock out these scenes like we're supposed to. So it's a great cast to be a part of. I've been truly blessed to be on the show, and I'm happy that we all love to be on it together. I really
Where were
do.
you when you found out that you guys were going to do a third? Like, what, how excited, what was the situation?
Were you?
Actually, I was at home. And I think I was just either watching TV or I was doing something, and I got the personal phone call from James DeRosa himself, which was a great treat. And he called me, and he told me right before VH1 was doing a big press release on it and talking about it during the last week's episode. And it just completely made my day. I mean, after I got off the phone with him, I texted him. I was like, you just completely blew my mind right now, because I didn't expect that phone call right now. But, I mean, it's a blessing, you know?
Yeah, we were actually filming last week when we heard the news.
Oh, when you guys heard?
We had Jody in the studio, and she found out here.
Nice.
So it was a little celebration in the studio. So we're so excited for season 3, and everyone else is
Very excited.
as well. So
Appreciate that.
good. But this episode, though, I do want to talk a little bit about your scene with Asha.
You know, it was so funny because before that scene happened, like literally before the scene happened, I was looking at Laila and I was like, they haven't really had any like intense scenes yet, have they? She's like, no. Literally, you walk in the door and then it comes on the screen, and I was like, oh my God. I feel like when you're like little kid and you're watching a movie and a sex scene comes on with your parents and you're like, that's how I felt when you walked in. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, Laila, I thought you said no. Yeah. So yeah, that was a really hot scene.
Thank you.
I like, you know, since the beginning of the season was saying that you guys were going to reconnect. And people were kind of fighting me on it, but like, no, she's gonna stay with Derek. But I was like, no, I think that, you know, you always have like a thing for your first love, and you confide in each other, and you still have the attraction.
There's something that's still there, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like you know, like I said, once again, thanks to all the writers that really write these great episodes for us, and they give us so much to work with. But I feel like you're right. You know, there was unfinished business that was between Asha and German, and, you know, they ended their relationship at that moment, season 1, because it was necessary, because they were in the middle of growing. You know, they were going through some things. Asha was very confused about who she wanted to become, who she was. Same thing with German. I think he still hadn't yet found his, you know, his ground. And, now season 2, you know, he's the assistant coach. He's got a kind of like a more of a greater direction of where he wants to go. I mean, I think he's always wanted to incorporate basketball in his life because that's his passion.
Right.
But now he's finally got that opportunity. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, this can still happen for me. You know, I can still live my dream, you know, but in a different way. And it was necessary at that moment for German and Asha to break up. But I feel like, you know, you're right. There's unfinished business. And when you have history with someone, it's very easy to light that flame back up sometimes, you know?
Exactly.
When you guys ran into each other in Boston, you know, she walked away and your eyes just kind of lingered on her. And I was like, oh, it's definitely still there.
I think that's every, you know, gentleman that really has a history with a girl, or a special girl that he really holds dearly to his heart. You know, Asha obviously wasn't just a girlfriend. She was a love, you know, the love of his life. So I feel like, you know, he's always going to look at her a certain way. He's always going to have those thoughts go through his mind, you know, and so...
They definitely did.
A lot of things went through. No, I was saying it's kind of like... how, you know, Pete and Sloan, how he is with her. So a lot of like same kind of similar themes going on.
It's crazy how like German
coach.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. But you know, it's one of those things where it makes for great television.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think
Definitely.
You know, people are pulling for Team German, people are pulling for Team Derek, Team Asha, and at the end of the day, I think it's just great television for everyone to be able to see, you know, them go back and forth, and for her to kind of figure out really what she really wants in life, because who knows? I mean, she might not want Derek or German in the future. I don't know. You know, we all don't know. So, you know, it's really just it's great to see that love triangle play out the way it is, and you know,
definitely
for him to have his moments, and you know, now I have my moment, and, you know, so
she has to choose. You have to choose.
You gotta choose, right?
Choose one.
What? So when you played Devon in
wow,
That's So Raven, I know, was that your like first on-screen kiss? Was with?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes.
As that being your first on-screen kiss, which is like I'm sure extremely nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
If, you know, 2 separate different times, I understand, but think about your first kiss on screen, how nerve-wracking. Is it equally as nerve-wracking as doing a sex scene and hit the floor? Or is like, do you feel more, is it more comfortable now? Because I'm not saying, you know, no sex scenes clearly in That's So Raven, but like, you know what I'm saying? There holds different weights, but what's more scary doing?
Honestly, I would say the fact that, I mean, at that moment, you know, it was just as terrifying because I was only 16 at the time, you know, and so that was my first acting job as well. So to be, you know, my first acting job, and then now I'm kissing someone like Raven Simone, who I've been a fan of, and you know, it's very nerve-wracking. But you know, Raven still today is one of my best friends, and she made it very comfortable for me, and she gave me a lot of pointers and helped me through a lot of times through, you know, through my acting career. And so I would say now it's a lot easier for me to kind of jump into that, just because I have had, you know, a couple kissing scenes and makeout scenes throughout my career in acting now, and I've got a lot more comfortable with myself and the way that I, you know, move on camera and work. I mean, there's a lot of different obstacles that actors go through, you know, from being comfortable with hearing themselves on camera, seeing themselves on camera, naked on camera. You know, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are very like you know, but I feel like now I'm at the point in my career where I know those things are gonna happen. I'm gonna book certain roles that are gonna, you know, require me to have sex scenes, have make-out scenes, you know, shirtless scenes and different things, and it just makes you that much more of a better actor, you know, because once you've defeated something, once you've conquered something, it gives you confidence to go into it again. So, you know, I didn't expect that they were gonna give me the sex scene this season.
I know.
It was like lap dance.
I was like
extraordinaire.
more than a sex scene.
No, trust me. I mean, during table read, I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was screaming at table read, like, finally, in your face,
Like,
man.
you're gonna give me a lap dance too?
It was great, man. I mean, you know, like I said, this whole season, Derek's had my girl, and so it's just been like, you know, when is, and I think the audience felt that way too. It was warranted. You know, I think the writers do such a great job with feeding the fan base, you know, what they really want. And I think, you know, even if something doesn't turn out of it or something does, I think the fans wanted that. You know, I think they really wanted to see if there was something still there, and if it was, how hot could it really be?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
Exactly. And
It got hot.
So-
I have one more question about that scene.
Yes.
Was that really Taylor, or was that a body double
No, it was Taylor.
when she took off her top?
Yeah, Taylor, you know what? I will say this about Taylor. I love working with Taylor. TP, she's what I call her. But I love working with Taylor because she's so fearless. You know, this girl took on the role of a lifetime, you know, acting, dancing, you know, working tireless hours. She literally does scenes with everyone, and then goes from a 12 to 14-hour day into dance rehearsal, and you know, she's making out with multiple guys during the season. You know, like, there's a lot of things that a lot of actresses,
Lucky girl.
a lot of actresses would feel very, you know, iffy about things. I think she just takes things on, you know, so just fearless. You know, she really just goes for it, and I feel like she's so comfortable with who she is as a person that allows her to be able to jump into those characters and do the things like you're talking about. And I really respect that. And so when we did the scene, you know, me and her having the type of relationship that we have and such a great friendship, we were able to talk about it, discuss it a little bit, and kind of just like make sure we were comfortable with the way things were going to play out. And then from there, it was just, you know, actor to actor, let's just go ahead and do our job, you know, and we trust each other, we respect each other, and it's, you know, it's all good. So, you know, kudos to her. But yeah, that was Taylor.
Like, yeah, girl. So I just wanted to get into the episode a little bit as well too. So as far as Lionel goes, I think that was a really interesting part of like the episode. So when she was in the bathroom and I was trying to figure out if she had a miscarriage, or I was trying to figure out what was going on, but she's pretty much going crazy.
Well, just like Sloan told her, you're having like a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine she's going through so much emotion. Find out you're pregnant, and then to see, you know, overhear that conversation between Pete and Sloan.
Yeah.
I mean, she threw away the cute little devil shoes. Those are so cute.
Yes, but then also in the end, you find out that Elena actually gave her the evidence. She's the one that has it. So, I mean, and now they're hinting at, you know, obviously we have the same problem, Sloan. So, I mean, I'm curious as to what's going to happen.
I really am too. I think that I think adding the new characters to the show was such a great idea. I think all of them have brought so much to our show. I'm so thankful for them coming on and actually bringing the energy and the acting, skills that they have to our show. And I think it's just going to make for much more drama. It's going to open up, just more. I think when you add characters to a show, it makes the audience wonder why, and then they start to pay attention more.
Yeah,
and
like, why are they there?
Exactly. And especially it's very hard to be able to bring in new characters that has a show already established.
Definitely.
And still make it work to where they actually make it they make it so easy to be able to feed it to the audience. I think, and that's a hard thing to do when you have a storyline already going, then you're adding 3 more storylines and you're trying to catch them up to everyone else and make the audience believe it. So there's a lot that goes on with that. So I think they bring so much greatness to the show. I love Jodie. Her character is just so great. I just love watching her, and Brett too. Brett is just, he's so great on the show.
I know. I felt so bad for him on this episode.
I know, right? Because it's so sad. The moments with him and Oscar, and you kind of feel for him, and you're just like, why? Like, he's such a great guy. Why would you not want him as your son? Why would you not want to?
Well, is he a great guy? I mean.
Well, I mean, obviously, but we don't know. We don't know yet. All we know is what we see, and it just seems like he would do anything for his father or to get the validation from his father.
He's trying to prove himself. And
and that's real life. Men go through that. They really want validation from their fathers, and they want to be able to feel, like they make them proud or, any of that. So
to have Oscar as your dad, right? I mean, that's got to be like
right?
Tough already.
It's super tough. Like, come on, man.
Oh, yeah. I hope everything works out for him, though. I mean,
true.
Yeah. And then obviously the ending was crazy with the photos being sent.
Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. The red envelope is just like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. It's getting real out here.
I know. Maybe when we get into predictions, we'll kind of talk more about it. But I mean, I really feel like someone else is going to get, offed.
I hope not.
I hope not. But I just I see this. Yeah, I don't know.
You see this?
I see something coming.
Pattern going on.
Yeah. So no one else get pushed off the stairs.
There's only one episode left. I mean, I hope you don't kill anybody in one more episode.
It's gonna definitely be a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Same way that they left us first season.
I know.
I think first season was so great the way they left it. It was just like this unfinished business. We can't wait for the show to come back, and I mean, I can't say anything about this season.
I know. I'm like,
I don't know.
You guys have such great fans too. I mean, everyone tweets along and always is commenting on the episodes and
definitely
is so involved. So I think that as an actor, that's got to be so great to see and to interact with fans that way, right?
I will definitely say that. I mean, hands down, I feel like we have the best fans. They really get involved in the story. They really, I mean, I get fans all day that are like so Team Derek, and they're like, "Shut up, Jeremy." I'm like, why are you mad at me? I'm just trying to live my life. But it's like, they're so involved, man, and that's so great. That's so rewarding because it lets you know that we're doing a great job over here, and we're really and all of us on the show, we really we respect our fans so much that we really love to take the time out of our day to tweet them back or retweet, and and I have to say, as a busy businessman, it's very hard to do that. There's only 24 hours in a day. So how many tweets can you really try to get to? But at the end of the day, I think all of us make a solid effort, to really reach out to the fans, to kind of conversate back. And I think that's why we've been so successful on social media, is that we really do talk back to our fans. We really do retweet, follow back, and we really try to just stay, close to them as possible, because we do understand that without our viewership, we don't have a show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. I think a lot of actors and entertainers, they get too caught up in thinking that they're the reason for everything, and it's like the fans are really the reason for everything. If they don't watch our show, we're gonna get canceled.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, then like it's gotta be so rewarding to kind of see people get so attached and like react like to you guys. So it just shows like what a great job all of you are doing.
Yeah,
You know?
I always feel that way when actors do such a great job that you hate them.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
the way that
Yelena,
I was gonna say,
she's such a great actor for that role.
She's just
Logan, Lo, you doing your thing, girl.
She's doing it.
I mean, seriously, they hate her, and I always have to defend her. I'm always like, listen, this girl is so sweet.
She's so sweet.
She is not that way. She's an actress.
Yeah.
Don't think she's Yelena Howard in person.
This just means you're doing a good job.
That means that she's doing a great job at what she's doing. And I think she plays that role. I mean, no one else could play that role. I mean,
she's got probably one of the best like bitch looks like that I've ever seen any actress do.
She's
like
great
that
at
look
that,
that she gives, it's like
and also because she's such a beautiful woman, so she's also intimidating.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So she has that evil look and then the beauty, and so yeah, she's definitely
makes her
she
that much more crafty.
Yeah,
it's like, you're so beautiful. Why are you so evil? You know, it's like, what?
Yeah, no, it's great. But I do want to talk to you about your album that I have to have in front of me.
The EP, yeah.
Born a Star.
Born a Star, acronym is on the star, and it stands for Soul That Attracts Realness.
Oh, I like that.
And the reason that is because, you know, I follow the law of attraction in my life, and that's just, you know, who I am as a person. I feel like I was placed here on this earth to, you know, do some great things, and I'm just a soul that likes to attract the same thing. You know, great energy, realness, and humbleness, and that's what I feel like being born a star means to me. You know, so I actually have a tattoo on my arm with my birthday with a star around it, and that was actually done before I came up with this album. And so when I was thinking of this album, that stuck out to me, because everyone asked me about that tattoo. They're like, why do you have your birthday and a star?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it means I'm born to be a star, and this is that, you know. And everyone's like, you're so conceited. It's like, you don't get it, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, that's just what it is. And I've been doing music for, you know, over 20 years now, and it's one of my number one passions since I've been a kid. I got in the entertainment industry through my music career, and it's one of those things where I'm so passionate about what I do that, you know, it's not about being signed to a major label. It's not about trying to compete with whoever's out there. It's just about, I do my music for my own therapy, for my own, you know, sense of creativity and what I want to do. I make the type of music that I would like to make. I don't allow, you know, a record label or anyone to come in and control what I do. Everything down to my album cover, shoots, everything is all my creativity. It's all me and my manager's, you know, hard work and what we put into it. And this is just one of those projects where I haven't had any music out for a little while, and I decided that a lot of the fans were hitting me up from last season asking me when I was going to do some music and if I was going to have some music on the show, and you know,
have them dance to it.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we're working on that. I actually had a record out this that was on this season. It was featured as one of the background songs called Dances on the House, featuring Garrett Douglas. And it was it's a great record, so you can definitely look for that. It's going to be on iTunes very soon. The album is on iTunes. The single Like Me featuring Bobby Love is a great record. That's a single that's out on iTunes, yes. So you can definitely check that out. And I'm excited to bring back some more of my music, you know.
So do you do live performances?
Oh yeah, of course.
Nice.
We've been trying to get a lot of touring going on lately. It's just been very hard with my schedule.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot of the acting stuff is just taking over. I just booked another film.
Ooh,
so
congrats.
Thank you. So I'm getting ready to leave out of town for that for a couple weeks, and when I come back, hopefully we'll get into some more touring and some shows. I actually just opened up for Kendrick Lamar and a bunch of people out in Seattle a couple weeks back. So
nice. That'll be a great experience. Actually, I do have a little, I think it's behind the scenes of you making the album of one of your songs.
Yeah.
Miami Girls.
Yeah.
Is that it? So we're going to put that up on the screen right now.
Nice. All right.
Check it out a little bit. See the behind the scenes.
In the studio.
I'm in love with Miami girls. I'm in love with Miami girls.
Some EDM.
You're loving it.
Crazy.
She moving, she dance, she riding the beat like a summer romance. She don't need nothing, not even a man. Black or white, she tanning. Steady getting money, no man in. That's why she going out tonight where all the sexy girls go dancing.
She's out on the floor. The way that she's moving got me losing control. She's all that I want.
Nice. That's like, I could see you performing in like Vegas.
Yeah,
you know,
like
like
Vegas.
party. Like,
Oh, we got some party Vegas records too, for sure.
so you in that one you said Miami girls, but what about the London girls?
Oh,
I saw
You
that
gotta
too.
pick. You gotta pick.
You know-
City, man.
You know, we had London girls, we had Tokyo girls,
Oh.
Miami girls. It's one of those records where it started off as London Girl, and people have just been asking us to do certain versions. And we did Tokyo Girl. I toured in Japan for
That's
a while.
awesome.
Now we did Miami Girl for this
Wow,
album.
I like it.
I
And,
think you're missing the best state.
right, LA, right? I'm in love with a
California
Cali
girl.
girl.
You
You
can
You can write
did.
an album on that.
I'm waiting for that one.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But no, that's great. So you guys definitely go and pick up the album.
Definitely,
iTunes.
please go do that. It's on iTunes now, so definitely support that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I guess should we get into some predictions?
Yeah, let's do predictions.
Nice. Oh,
And now,
snap.
Don't
Dave's over there tripping.
It's just a sound effect.
So we saw at the end Derek and Kyle talking about well, Kyle admits that just blank Oscar is trying to get him set up,
Yeah.
and they say, well, you know, Derek's like, well, you have to give me an alibi, and she's like, one of us is gonna have to leave LA. So I mean, what do you guys think about that particular situation?
I mean,
I don't really know.
I don't see Derek leaving LA or the Devils. I mean,
No.
he is the Devils. I mean,
Right.
I don't see Kyle leaving LA either. So I mean, I'll be really interested to see like what exactly her plan is. You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like then my prediction would be if they, both of their characters, you can't just see leaving, then that means Oscar got to go.
That would be true.
Yeah,
Yeah. Someone's got to go.
Someone has to leave.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. That one kind of left me.
I don't really know. Yeah, no predictions on that one because I don't know. We don't know how that's gonna play out. I mean, it could work either way. I mean,
Do you have any, I mean, I know there's only so much you can tell us,
yeah.
but
Right?
Come on.
like makeup predictions.
I'm like,
I don't
really know.
know. Like,
Oh, I think. What about with Zero? Do you think he's gonna do anything to push?
you know, yeah. I mean, Zero's been going after.
Terrence.
He's been going after Terrence. He's been going after everyone. I mean, he wants to run the Devils.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I said like kind of in the beginning of the season, when he was walking around quoting the Bible a lot more, like he is the devil of the devils. Like he's like really the devil.
He
He's like
is,
in
right?
sheep's clothing or whatever they say. You know, like
Yeah.
Well,
but
yeah.
wolf
Sheep
in
or
sheep's
wolf,
clothing, that's it,
whatever.
yeah.
Something out there.
I mean, I think he in the playoff game, he's going to do something to Terrence. Obviously, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like, obviously. Who knows? I mean, I think he's down to his last, trick. I feel like he's kind of ran out. He's lost the woman that he thought he had, over Terrence, and she doesn't really want to be with him. She's made her choice, obviously, who she's gonna be with, and I think now his desperation has kicked in, and now he's just looking for any way to,
I like that scene with Terrence though. He's like, after the game, I'm gonna like put my fist through your.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
right.
yeah.
I know, man. And it's such a, what's so crazy is knowing Rob, who's such a great guy, and he's always just like so funny and outgoing. To see him in that serious moment, it just like trips me out because I'm just like, Rob's going in, like he's really about to
getting mean.
Yeah, he's getting mean on him. I love that, man. This guy, he's so great. He's so great.
Yeah, that's why I love all you guys are so sweet, and then to see like certain characters come out, like I was like yes, so good.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then I just think I'd like to see the whole situation unfold with Lionel. Obviously, her going to Oscar is huge with that evidence, and when she tells him who was going after him, I mean Sloane's in trouble.
Yeah,
she's that little like sneak peek they showed for the season finale, the clips when they kind of show someone getting arrested. I really think it's Sloane, because you see Pete pulling Asha away, and
that's right.
I mean, so
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I better stop.
She's putting pieces together. She's like, remember that one part? And then Pete looked at her. I'm telling you, he was looking at Sloane.
Yeah. Okay, those are my predictions. I'm good.
I don't know.
I'm just excited. One more week.
Yeah. I'm
just
excited
too much.
too. I'm excited too.
We're all excited for the season finale.
One more week. Who killed Olivia?
That's the big question. But we'll find out for sure. And
man.
Or we won't,
This is true.
No, right? You're right. You're very, very right.
Or we won't. I will tell you, man, shooting the season finale was awesome. It really was.
I bet it was.
It was, because it was just, such a surreal moment. We hate for it to get down to the last episode. Every time we're on set, it gets down to the last week of shooting or last 2 weeks. We're always like, no,
you don't want it to end.
We don't want it to stop. We're just like, we want to continue. But it's always like just so great to finish it out and to know like, oh my God, we're shooting that. Like I remember all of us were on set. We were by a craft service table, and we all just were sitting there like, man, this is the last episode. Like, this is crazy, like we really got through these episodes, and we actually added two episodes more than last season.
That's right.
For this season. So it was really crazy because it seemed faster. Like it really seemed like this season just.
I felt last season was like you needed more, so I'm glad that you guys added 2 episodes, and especially with everything going on. I'm like, there's no way you could do it in
in just 10 episodes.
We need more. So
let's do 16 next season.
Man, let's do 30. So I don't care.
Just keep it going all year long.
Yeah, keep it going. That's one thing that the fans always say, and and obviously we don't have any control over it, but it would be great to be able to come back to work faster. The fact that it's our schedule, so we have to wait till next year for it to go back into production, but I know, but it keeps the fans waiting, anticipating. Hopefully, they can keep the fans interested until
keep the tweets going.
Let's keep the tweets going. Let's keep keep it interesting. Everyone is still working, and we can't wait.
Definitely tweet us who you guys think killed Olivia, because we're just curious.
Very curious.
We want to know what you guys hear. But thank you so much for coming into the studio, Jonathan. It was great talking to you, and
excited for your music.
Yeah.
Thank you. Definitely check it out. Put it in when you get in your car.
Yep. Sorry, Trey songs are coming out.
That new Trey album is hot though. Man, it's a banger.
But I'll put you in.
I like that. Right. That's what's up.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
You can definitely find me on Instagram, Jonathan_McDaniel. My Twitter is Lil J's Back, LILJSBACK, and Facebook is I Am Genius Child.
Nice.
Very nice.
Definitely check that out.
And
Team German, #.
Team German in the house. And Francesca.
1 episode left.
Oh.
You can find me Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA, and the occasional Vine as well, same name.
Ooh,
XOXO.
Kiss, kiss. And you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Laila Sadny. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And this is the Hit the Floor After Show. See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Well, that was...
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.